stinking mud pit. 28 legions spread out throughout the empire. 3 in Britannia, 5 on the Rhine, 9 stretching the length of the Danube, 11 scattered throughout Arabia, Syria, Spain. But one, only one, in this steaming cauldron of a province, Judea.
Yes, it is 3 days march away in Syria. Preview us. Have you received any dispatches from the governor of Syria on the status of his legions? No, sir. No?
3-day march. Pilot's sure to be in rare form. Here he comes. Look sharp.
How many cohorts did I leave here in Jerusalem to keep order going to Passover this year?
2, sir.
Where are they?
Sir, we sent 1 cohort with Draconius to restore order of the city.
And the other?
The other we kept here to protect Antonia.
Protect Antonia. Longinus, how many years does it take to train a legion?
5 years, sir.
5 years to train the most powerful fighting force the world has ever known. We can conquer Carthage, Gaul, Britannia, Spain. But you two cannot keep together a bunch of religious fanatics because of one Jesus of Nazareth. My horse could have done a better job. To further exacerbate the situation and add to our embarrassment, we have a most distinguished guest in our presence, sent from Rome itself, Lucius Gaius Sejanus. You do us a great honor. I was about to introduce you as head of the Praetorian Guard, but I believe, Caligula, we've had a dispatch earlier this week that a promotion was in order.
Yes, sir.
You've been promoted to chief counsel to Tiberius himself. You do us a great honor. I should like to toast you by quoting Tacitus, one of our historians, who recently wrote of you, "The man who is close to Sejanus is a friend of the emperor."
But the emperor is not pleased. Tiberius has received reports on how poorly the province has been governed.
Ah, yes. No doubt by Caiaphas and his toadies, they've been reporting it for years, but you see, you can reassure the divine Tiberius by this time next year there will be no ineptitude of governing this province, because reasons for said ineptitude are going to be demoted to galley slaves!
Your Excellency, the Lady Claudia requests an audience.
Claudia, brings you here this hour of the night?
Pilate, are you holding a Galilean prisoner within these walls?
Yes.
The carpenter's son called Jesus?
Yes, but I assure you it's no concern of yours.
But it has become my concern.
How so?
Tonight, I suffered greatly in a dream because of him. Pilate, he's innocent. Have nothing to do with that man.
It's a strange thing, my heart. I'm not aware of any mandates or orders sent down by Tiberius, where all of a sudden procurators take orders from their wives, Caligula? I thought not.
Pilate, if you condemn that innocent man, Roman justice will be dealt a blow from which it will never recover.
Enough! You go too far, Claudia. You always go too far. And if this man can even influence Caesar's daughter, he must be dangerous. Leave us. Now.
Beware, my husband. If you condemn that Jesus, it will be recorded throughout history that he suffered under Pontius Pilate.
Women's fantasies. Eudoxius, you are a slave, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Isn't the price of a slave these days in Jerusalem? A common slave. 30 pieces of silver?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Lucius Gaius Leonidas, tribune of tribunes, legate of legates, legionnaire of legionnaires, Pilate's aide in my absence. Did I or did I not hear correctly that this carpenter's son from Galilee, this Jesus who feigns himself, and I can barely bring myself to say it, the Son of God, and he was handed over to the members of the Sanhedrin by one of his own for the price of a common slave?
I could scarcely bring myself to believe it either, Excellency. These Jews, I cannot fathom these people. They're drunk with all these laws of their temple, laws of their one and only God. But there's one problem.
What's that, Leonidas?
It is not Lex Romana.
Lex Romana, law of Rome. But I must admit, as out of control as things appear to be, I couldn't have planned it better myself. Yet Jesus goes to the cross, though I found no fault in him, and Barabbas goes free to kill more of my officers. Longinus, how many of my officers are not here tonight? They're dead! And you were close to some of them. I told them to see to it yourselves. We have more trouble with this one Jewish God than we do the thousands of Rome. But how do I govern such people? I told them I wash my hands of the blood of this innocent man. You know what they said to me, Eudoxius? They said, his blood be on us and our children. Gentlemen, we must ask ourselves the question, and I fear that the fate of the empire hinges on our replying. What if this Jesus is who he says he is? Rome's days are numbered. My days are numbered. Brigadier, send a dispatch immediately to His Eminence Aelius Lamia, governor of Syria, requesting that he send the legion stationed there post haste to Jerusalem. Tell him I'm very well aware it's a 3 days march. We must have the power of the legion to crush this Jewish revolt once and for all. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
When you send out the dispatch, make sure he goes by the western gate. The zealots are taking too keen an eye on our operations. Send out the real message by the eastern gate. No fanfare, not even a drum, no phalanx, no short sword. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
And tell him that he will not regret this favor for his old friend Pilate. Tell him that I will have order restored in the city by the end of the week. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Tiberius isn't pleased. That is what governs such people. Gentlemen, let's proceed. proceed to Calvareus and see what happens to those who defy the authority of Rome.
Caligula, any word on Dispatcher Marcus?
Excellency, Pontius Pilate. Make way.
Welcome! You dare to say to me welcome! I've already been forced to make an all-night ride from Caesarea a week before the Passover as it is. I've had 2 assassination attempts on my life. The Sanhedrin and Caiaphas seem to be controlling the province instead of Rome. The situation is out of control, and you say to me, welcome! How many cohorts did I leave here in Jerusalem to keep order during the Passover, Nathanas?
2 cohorts, sir.
Where are they? Well, obviously, Ananias, it's not crushed. What about the other one?
The other one we left here to protect Antonia.
Protect Antonia. Nathanas, how many years does it take to train a legion?
5, sir.
5 years to train the most powerful fighting force the world has ever known. We can conquer Carthage, Gaul, Britannia, Spain. But the 2 of you cannot keep together a bunch of religious fanatics because of one Jesus of Nazareth. My horse could have done a better job. To further exacerbate the situation and add to our embarrassment, we have a most distinguished guest in our presence, Lucius alias Sejanus. I was about to introduce you as head of the Praetorian Guard, but I'm not mistaken, Caligula. We had a dispatch, I believe even Tuesday, of a promotion by Tiberius himself. Recognizing you as counsel to...
Chief Counsel.
Yes, I stand corrected. Chief counsel to Tiberius himself. You do us a great honor. I should like to toast you by quoting Tacitus, one of our historians who recently wrote of you, the man who is close to Sejanus is a friend of the emperor.
The Emperor is not pleased. He's received reports of the inadequacy and the ineptitude by which this province has been governed.
Yes, no doubt by Caiaphas and his toadies. You see, they've been reporting me for years, but reassure His Eminence the Divine Tiberius by this time next year, there will be no reasons for said ineptitude, because the 2 of them are going to be demoted to galley slaves. Claudia, brings you here this hour of the night?
Pilate, are you holding a Galilean prisoner within these walls?
Yes.
The carpenter's son called Jesus?
Yes, but I assure you it's no concern of yours.
But it has become my concern.
How so?
I have suffered greatly in a dream this night because of him. Pilate, he's innocent. Have nothing to do with him.
A strange thing, my heart. I'm not aware of any mandates or edicts sent down by Tiberius, where all of a sudden, Caligula, procurators take orders from their wives? I thought not.
Pilate, if you condemn this innocent man, Roman justice may be dealt a blow from which it may never recover.
Enough! You go too far, Claudia. You always go too far. And if this man can even influence Caesar's daughter, he must be dangerous. Leave us. Immediately.
Beware, husband. If you condemn this innocent man called Jesus, it will be forever written through history that he suffered under Pontius Pilate.
Women's fantasies. Medoxius, you are a slave, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Isn't the price of a slave these days, a common slave in Jerusalem, 30 pieces of silver?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Gaius Lucius Leonidas, tribune of tribunes, legionnaire of legionnaires, legate of legates, Pilate's aide in my absence. Did I or did I not hear correctly that this carpenter's son from Galilee, who feigns himself, and I can barely bring myself to say it, the Son of God, that he was handed over to the members of the Sanhedrin by one of his own for the price of a common slave? I must say that as out of control as things appear to be, I couldn't have planned it better myself. But now Jesus goes to the cross, though I found no fault in him, and Barabbas goes free to kill more of my officers. Nathanus, how many of my officers are not here tonight? They're dead! And you were close to some of them. And Ananias, you were with me on the stone pavement. I forget, when I tried the Nazarene, I forget what the Jews call it. Ah, yes, Gabbatha. I said, shall I crucify your king? To which they retorted, we have no king but Caesar. Ah! The same Jews who, when I put emblems of Caesar in their temple, they reported me. So, Janus, how does one govern such people? We have more trouble with this one Jewish God than we do the thousands of Rome. I told him to see to it yourselves. I wash my hands with the blood of this innocent man. You know what they said to me, Medoxius? They said his blood be on us, on our children. Gentlemen, we must ask ourselves the question, and I fear that the fate of the empire hinges on our reply. What if this Jesus is who he says he is? Rome's days are numbered. My days are numbered. Nathanas, you were once one of the most feared men in Jerusalem. With your skill with the flagellum, you've scourged more men than you can count. I had the Nazarene receive the fustigatio, if you well remember the mild scourging, as a warning, but that mob clamored for his blood even more. So I gave him the verberatio, the most severe. You recollect, Nathanas, that many criminals didn't live through the verberatio. But he did. I told him, don't you realize I have the power to release you or crucify you? All he said was, you have no power over me, unless it had been given to you from above. Caligula, send a dispatch immediately to His Eminence, alias Lamia, governor of Syria, requesting that he send the legion stationed there post-haste to Jerusalem. Tell him I'm very well aware it's a 3 days march. We must have the power of the legion to crush this rebellion once and for all. Is that understood? When you send out the messengers, send them out by the western gate. The zealots are taking too keen an observation on our operations. Send out the decoy by the eastern gate. No phalanxes, no short swords, no long spears, no fanfare, not even a drum. Reassure Lamia that we will have order restored in the city by the end of the week. That understood? Yes, sir. Tell him he will not regret this favor he does for his own friend Pilate. There's one more thing, Caligula. Caiaphas set this plot. He set this trap thinking I would walk into it. We'll have Caiaphas walk into it. I want Drusus to make a sign. Have him write on it in Hebrew, Latin, and Greek. This is Jesus of Nazareth, the King of the Jews. I want it fastened over the Nazarene's head on the cross. Do you understand? How does one govern such people? Gentlemen, proceed to Calvarius, and we will see what happens to those who defy the authority of Rome.
Thank you.